Hey guys, that guy with the voice here. Just be prepared. This is going to be a long one. It's going to be a very long one. That's going to be 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts. I don't know how many parts. I can't tell the future, neither can you. So just let it happen. Buckle up, strap on, strap in, and enjoy The Ballad of Ella, Part 1.
This is my story, B. Me. 19-year-old college freshman. This was 10 years ago. I had this bro from high school, Pete. We were friends, but not exactly bros. He was a cool guy, and I think I was cool to him. Turns out we applied to the same college and enrolled, going to the same classes, practically spending all of our time together. Away from your family, with your high school life behind you, things can get hectic. Yeah, you are horny teenagers with no real problems to deal with, but you still need a friend you can depend on. And we were that friend to each other. Fast forward a couple of months. Second semester, we start taking this new class. And there is this girl in the class. Not just us, but every fucking human being with a working dick in the entire campus is losing their shit over her. Ordinary straight girls are ready to become lesbians just for her. I mean, man. Wow. What an angel? A beam of light? Deus Ex Machina descending from heaven? I have no fucking idea. A value over 10 is a measurement that applies to us, mere mortals. Her beauty cannot be calculated or properly abstracted with numbers. And looking at her is like something you know you shouldn't do. Not because it's creepy or socially awkward or some other shit. It's because you feel you're not worthy. Not for her, you're not, no. Not her! But we were looking. Turns out we first saw her practically at the same time, and we wanted to point her to one another, but we couldn't take our eyes off of her. So we sat in some lousy economy class or whatever and drooled over her for half an hour before I whispered, "Dude, fuck me." And it took Pete a solid 5 minutes before he could simply say, "Yeah." There she was, this 5'9" lady with long wavy auburn hair and emerald green eyes to die for, and pretty sure to kill for, sitting just a couple of feet away from us. Yeah, so fuck me was the correct response in that situation. After the class. To this day, I can't for the life of me remember what the fuck it was about. We were already orbiting her like some lousy asteroid stuck to a massive black hole, creepily getting closer and closer to her as she sucked us in, bumping into each other and walking like we were drunk and out of our minds. I don't know what it was. Maybe she realized that we were following her like pervs, or maybe it was something else. Halfway to the cafeteria, she just stopped and turned towards us. We comedically bumped into each other and stopped as well. But her beauty was so miraculous, we forgot to look somewhere else. I remember her gaze. It was like the back of our heads blew open and brain splattered all over the hallway. Those green eyes, man. And she smiled. She fucking smiled! If we weren't healthy, fit males in their prime, we would have died of a heart attack at that moment. We couldn't breathe. She was so beautiful. So there we were, still staring at her, our eyes and mouths wide open. We were in our low, way low 2-digit IQs at that moment. And there she was, in all of her glory. Like I said, 5'9", long wavy auburn hair, emerald green eyes. Long, curvy, and athletic legs, slimmer at the knees. Well-defined muscles on her calves and soft but rigid thighs. Her ankles were so elegant, but her tendons were sprained, as if she were a wild gazelle ready to bolt out at a moment's notice. Her butt. I can't call it an ass, not hers. Ass is what girls have. This lady had something else. She had buttocks that required a new definition of the word. They were so firm and so well-shaped, you could perfectly calculate for pi if you took measurements. Her breasts. I don't even have the words. To this day, I'm still searching for the right words, and I will try and describe them later in the story, but I will fail terribly. I can still remember what she was wearing that day. I know what she was wearing probably better than her on the day she wore them, and I know this because Pete knew this. After she looked at us and smiled, just for a few seconds which felt like an eternity, she turned around again and kept on walking. We just stayed put. We couldn't follow her. Our black hole left us lonely asteroids to the pitch-black emptiness of cold space. So after the school, we went to our dorm room with no information about her whatsoever. No name, no nothing. Just a mental image of her elegant stance etched deep into our minds. I was looking at the pictures of random women with green eyes and auburn hair on Yahoo. That was the only thing I could do. But none of the images even came close to matching her beauty. Well, Pete felt like he had to do something. And he fucking started searching for her clothes. I shit you not. He was searching for her clothes on Amazon and eBay and all these fashion and shopping sites neither of us knew nothing about. He started with searching for her skirt, which was this black wool cashmere circle skirt with a playful flare at the bottom, couple inches above her knees, revealing her thighs just a little bit. When he found it, he shouted, "I found it! Fuck yeah!" And I thought he had found her. But when I saw what he found, which was this I don't know what brand skirt on Amazon, I was far from being disappointed. I was feeling the same way. We didn't know her name, but fuck if we didn't know what skirt she was wearing. Pete kept going with the search and I helped him. At the end of the night, we knew what flats she was wearing, what shirt. We even knew what brand her red bow-shaped hair clip was. I mean, look, we are straight guys. I figure I'm a 7 out of 10, maybe 8. Pete is an easy 8 out of 10, pushing 9. We're both fit. We don't have ugly pimples on our faces or anything. We are both very decent. We're not short or chubby. And although we were not the most popular kids in high school, we are definitely not social castouts either. But that night, we were more gay than a male fashion design student wearing pink dungarees coming out of the closet singing YMCA. And we knew what skirt she was wearing, so yeah. And before we went to sleep, Pete had an idea. That motherfucker had the most excellent idea. He knew he needed an extra something if he was ever going to talk to her, let alone date her. So he decided he should start learning about fashion and use his knowledge as a conversation starter. Meanwhile, I was feeling like I could go to Mars with a new Apollo mission or save the world from a new Nazi regime all by myself and still wouldn't be able to impress her. I was a hopeless faggot.